Broadcasting from atop the Serpent-Spined Mountains, this is the voice from Scarabray. Hail, listeners! Our top story is about the interesting mushrooms spawning all over the lands. From the Yew Crypts to the Shrine of Honor, and even that tiny little dot island, 30 different types of mushrooms in dozens of colors have appeared this spring. Knowledgeable scribes say this is a natural part of the Caesarian year and should be of no cause of great concern. Alternatively, knowledgeable gardeners say the knowledgeable scribes should stick to their books and leave the mycology to the professionals. These mycology professionals are named Morella the Trader, Lucaria the Mushroom Aficionado, and Froggy, the Shady Shroomer. When asked about this fungal growth, Lucaria says, if you mean to gather them, you'll want a proper mushroom harvesting knife from a skilled tinker. A knife crafted from a non-skilled tinker just won't do, nor would ripping them from the ground with your bare hands, like a common lizard man. Identify these mushrooms for their rarity with the Forager's Field Guide, provided by knowledgeable cooks. Morella the Trader is interested in what you harvest and is found among the elves of Heartwood. What is your favorite kind of mushroom, listener? Examining my copy of a Forager's Field Guide, I think this oyster mushroom is very interesting. Perhaps I'll find one of the southern jungles and preserve it for my shelf with a mushroom preserving pack. It would look lovely sitting upon my shelf and would provide a little organic charm to the small stone house I broadcast from. Now, this jeweled skull toadstool? Ugh. That creepy sunken skull face looks too much like the late Bunder Bard, the last voice of Britannia Radio, whose skull also happens to sit upon my shelf. Turning to current affairs, the spring election season has ended. The returning and newly installed governors of our fair cities promise another term of quiet, respectful governance. Governor Clyde of Jalam says he will stick to his campaign promises of more jobs, more housing, more fluids. As a reminder, Governor Clyde is a Terrathan, but that seemed to be no issue for his pro-fluids electorate. Good luck, Governor Clyde. And now, our sponsor for today's broadcast, the Mages Guild of Britannia, with this important message. The Mages Guild of Britannia would like all listeners to know it doesn't need to advertise. Thank you very much. And listener, we have a breaking news update. This almost never happens in the medium of communication crystal broadcasting. Right outside my studio window, a colossal toadstool has appeared. Let's take a look. Now, good audio is visual storytelling, so let me describe its appearance to you. It stands about my height, which coincidentally is the same height as every other person. Its cap is primarily blue with white spackled highlights. Luckily, I have a harvesting knife with me, and as I slice it, several smaller mushrooms are pushing their way up through the dirt. And some of these have a jeweled skull toadstool. You know, that really does look just like Bunder. Those eyes. Those sunken eyes. And now sports. The Vesper Bridges beat the Trinsic Bricks 2-1 at the Luna Bagball pitch on Tuesday. Bridges team captain Krager said afterwards the secret to their success? Lag. You're listening to Britannia Community Radio, and now a brief sermon on the virtues sent in by our resident holy man, Brother Harbottle. Brother Harbottle writes, as he does every week, quote, if you're hearing this broadcast, you need the virtues. If you aren't hearing this broadcast, because who listens to Communication Crystal Radio, then you also need the virtues. He continues, there are too many unsaved souls wandering the wastes of our lands, looking for fortune in the hoard of a dragon or the bag of a slain victim. Where will this wealth take you when the world ends? When our shadow realm finally succumbs to the wisps or the demons or, I don't know, whatever those Ettins are up to. Wealth is fleeting, and no tall castle in Trammel will be worth anything when the great end comes. Unquote. As always, Brother Harbottle can be reached for feedback at the winery of Empath Abbey. Our last story is an update regarding the Minotian marbles. You know, those marble statues in Minot that have been surrounded by scaffolding and under construction for 29 years. When asked of their progress, Project Foreman Greg said, "What, are you in a hurry or something?" before returning to his fishing pole. Well, listeners, that's the end of another broadcast. I hope you can find yourself an interesting mushroom out there, a nice mossy or crystal toadstool, to cheer up your home. One that doesn't remind you of your dead mentor, whose sunken eyes still judge you from the great beyond, silently bearing witness to your guilt. The Voice from Scare a Bray is a fan-made work for Ultima Online. The music is from Loot Goblin Lo-Fi. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Write us at voicefromscareabray@gmail.com. No generative AI was used in this production.